Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now I'm going to do a different kind of video today. So tomorrow is October 1st, so I brainstormed an idea where I'm going to watch at least one Halloween themed movie every day in October. I hope I can do it. But I picked a handful of things from my collection to show in this video just to get the vibe going for October. So most of these I have seen, some of them I have not, so I'll be watching them for the first time. So let's just dive right on in. I have mostly Blu-rays. I do have DVDs, but I'm going to do I'll just throw these two in for now. These I haven't watched yet. One's a Dollar Tree title that everyone seems to think it's not great, so I'm not going to keep my hopes up on it. And that is Pumpkins. So I haven't even opened it yet, so we'll see. And then the next one is something I picked up like 2 weeks ago. It's a Black Pumpkin. So looks kind of cheesy. But other than that, I got a rest of Blu-rays here. I only picked a handful. I got a whole list here of things in front of me that I will plan on watching. But we'll see how that goes. So first up is always a classic. Everyone seems to love this movie. I love it as well. Trick or Treat, of course, classic. 2007 release here, directed by Michael Dougherty. I love anthologies. I love Halloween. Put them together. I love it. This one here I have not watched yet. I heard it's not great, but it has a great cast, and that is, I don't know if I pronounced this guy's last name right. Josh Hasty's Candy Corn, or is it Hasty? I don't know, but I follow the guy on Instagram for a while now, so definitely want to pick up his movie. It's got Courtney Gaines, PJ Souls, Tony Todd, and Pancho Millar. I don't know who that is, but I know the other three. This is from 2019. It is 85 minutes, and it was put up by Dread Central. So we'll check that one out. Next up, I have the whole franchise in my collection, but unfortunately most of it's in storage. So I have the latest entry right here, but you can watch any of the movies from the franchise. And this is Halloween. This is the remake, or the latest entry from 2018, but I do have all the other ones as well. So I am looking forward to Halloween Kills. I try to black out all the trailers and whatnot, because obviously I heard they were showing like the whole movie in the trailer, so no spoilers here. Next up, this movie is okay. I prefer another one with the similar title, but this is Hellfest. From 2018, and this has Tony Todd in it as well. I don't believe he wasn't in it for very long, but this movie was okay in my opinion. But I've only seen it once, so I'm gonna have to rewatch that one. The next few here I have seen once, and I have to go back and rewatch them again. So the first one here is a Gravitas Ventures release from 2016, and that is Lost Creek. So this is more geared toward like children more than adults. Basically, this kid moves to a new town. He's 11 years old. He and his friend Bill must team up with a mysterious new girl and brave the woods on Halloween to face a monster born from their nightmares. It's not a bad movie. I just kind of got lost a little, hence the title, Lost Creek. So I'm gonna have to rewatch it, but I like the artwork on here. And the kid's mask is pretty cool too. It's like kind of like a Jack Skellington kind of mask, but not really. So Lost Creek. Everyone's finding this at Dollar Tree, but I bought it a while before that. It's not a bad movie, but it's not what you think it's gonna be. And that is Trick or Treat from Echo Bridge. like I said, it's okay, but it's not anything to write home about, so to speak. But it's definitely not worth the price I paid for it. But $1, yeah, go ahead and pick it up at Dollar Tree. Next up is a different kind of movie. I think I mentioned this before in one of my collection videos. And this is put out by Videonomicon, and that is 3 Dead Trick-or-Treaters. The way I say this thing is different is because it's like an anthology about 3 different. So these people come up to 3 gravestones, unmarked gravestones, and they're murdered trick-or-treaters. And there's a series of handwritten short stories tacked to the children's headstones, and he reads them, so it's like an anthology type deal. But there is absolutely no dialogue in this movie. It is all movement, and you see reactions of people's faces and whatnot, but they don't speak. So if you can get your head around that, then you can watch this movie. It's not a bad movie, but I need to watch it again. Okay, if you don't like clowns, I don't suggest you watch this movie. And part 2 will be coming out here pretty soon, from my understanding. So this is Terrifier, directed by Damien Leone, and starring David Howard Thornton as Art the Clown. This is a pretty creepy movie. I thought it was really good, in my opinion. I know some people hate this movie. Whatever, but I enjoyed it. I haven't met David yet, but I plan on it. Whenever he ever comes around my area, I'll definitely make an effort to visit to see him. Next up is another horror anthology I've seen once. I'll try to watch it again here. This is a Scream team release, and that is 10/31, another Halloween horror anthology. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different short stories in here. I thought it was decent when I watched it the first time, so I'd check that out again. Alright, this one I have not watched, and it's relatively new to the collection. And that is the Massacre video release of Hack-O-Lantern. Now, I haven't watched it yet, but I plan to this October spooky season, if you will. So, I believe this is from 1988, if I'm not mistaken. It says 2016, but I believe it's from the late 80s. So we'll give that a watch. Now, next up is a film. Well, any film in this series you can watch. Well, it all takes place in Halloween, but I'm more partial to the original. The remake was not great in my opinion, but I do own it too. But this is part 2, and that is Night of the Demons. Part 2 is really good too. Part 1's great. Part 2 is decent. Part 3 I have never seen, and I've only seen it bootlegged, and I want to wait for the real release of that. Now, I don't know if it'll ever get one, but I know Olive Films put out part 2, so hopefully Olive Films will put out part 3. Who knows at this point. Next up is another Scream team releases this. No, I don't think this is. I actually got this from the actual people that actually made this movie. So this is from 2016, and it is. I really recommend this one, guys. It is The Barn. I got all their signatures on this one, but The Barn with a boatload of famous actors and actresses. You got Linnea Quigley, Ari Lehman, who else is in here? Nikki Darling, David Hampton, Ryan Nagy, Richard Bullock, and Jedediah. I can't ever say his last name. Some Italian last name. Gisciano. I don't know how to say that. Anyway, fantastic movie. Check it out. You won't regret it. Next up is a classic from a lot of people's childhoods. And this is the Best Buy exclusive steelbook. It's the actual book itself. And that is Disney's Hocus Pocus. I love this movie. It's I really want to go visit Salem, Massachusetts at some point in my life, but I haven't been there yet, but I will. So if you guys have never seen Hocus Pocus, what are you doing with your life? Next up is a film that was produced by Eli Roth. I bought this on DVD when it first came out, and I absolutely loved it. So when they said they were releasing a Blu-ray, I had to snag it from Ronin Flicks, and that is Haunt. This is from 2019, 92 minutes. It's just about these group of stupid kids who go into a what they think is just a regular kind of haunt, like a staged haunt place, but it's not staged. Or no, it is staged, but there's a bunch of killers in there, and they're trying to kill these people, and yeah, it's fun. It's a fun movie. I definitely recommend that one. Next up is also a classic from the late 90s that everyone should watch at some point in their lives. And now one of the stars I'm actually going to be able to meet next month when I go to Monster Mania in outside of Philly, and that is Idle Hands with the I got the reverse art here because I actually enjoy this artwork a lot more than that, but whatever. Anyway, fantastic movie. You know, you got Devon Sawa, Seth Green, Vivica A. Fox, Eldon Henson, The Offspring, one of my favorite bands of all time. So yeah, check out Idle Hands if you've never seen it before. This one's not really a Halloween movie. There's like a scene in here that it takes place on Halloween, and this is from 1988, and it is Primal Rage. Good movie. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a Halloween movie, but it has a Halloween scene in it, as you can see. But yeah, I enjoyed this one. Okay, this movie was freaking weird. Like I said, it's not a bad movie. I thought it was pretty good. It's just that the guy's acting is just a little strange. But this is an AGFA release. Yeah, just AGFA. From 1991, and that is Scary Movie. Basically, this guy goes... It happens on Halloween night. This guy here, his name is what's his name? Warren. He's like a mix between Buster Keaton and Crispin Glover. That's how he acts. So it's kind of strange. He attends a spook house in a small Texas town with his friends, but he thinks that the haunted house has a psychotic mental patient in there trying to follow him around. So it is very strange, but I definitely recommend this one. This one I have not watched yet, and I heard it's not the best movie in the world, and people were finding it at Dollar Tree, but I got it when it came out, and that was Trick from Patrick Lussier, who did the Bloody Valentine remake. And this one has Omar Epps, Jamie Kennedy, Tom Atkins, great cast there. So I figured I'd check this one out. And then the last Blu-ray that I have for today, I have plenty of others to share with you, but I'll share those later. And that is the one I just picked up in my last video, and that is WNUF Halloween Special with this nice slipcover from Vinegar Syndrome and Terror Vision. This is a fake. It's supposed to make it look like this special was from 1987, but it's actually from 2013. So what they did, I heard, is that they filmed it, and I think they filmed it with a regular cam. I don't know exactly what they did with it, but they put it through a system where they dubbed it from VHS to VHS, so make it look old, I guess. That's what I heard anyway. But yeah, you can even write your name on here if you want, but I'm not going to. So yeah, that is everything I have for today. Like I said, I have a whole list here in front of me of other films that I've added to my 31 Days of Halloween Horror Fest. I'll call it that. Anyway, guys, stick around. I'll probably have more videos coming for you involving Halloween and horror films together. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and like, and also of course subscribe, and leave a comment below if you have any other suggestions for me to watch. Like I said, I have quite a few here on my list. So alright guys, hope you enjoyed it. Take care, and here's to spooky season.